Using the on-air module in NewsRoom 4.5, here's a way to record your cast without having to listen to your actualities. Open the on-air module, select your cast, your time of day. I set it on auto cue, auto track, so that no matter which story comes up, it automatically cues up the audio. To initiate or start Fastcast, at the very bottom there's a button to enable or disable the Fastcast record mode. That has to be pressed once, as opposed to just pressing the record button on the top toolbar. So here we're going to select Fastcast and turn it on. You know you've selected it when you get the blue outline around the on-air module. The functionality works like this. Once you hit record, your timer is going to start. When we read into our cast, our mic is open when we're auto-scrolling. And when we play, it's only going to play the first 3 seconds of this piece of audio, then the last 3 seconds of this piece of audio, and then it'll cue you by the color to let you know that the microphone is open and it's okay to continue speaking into the mic for your cast. So here we'll cue it up and we'll give it a try. So here I'm going to hit the start a new recording, and our timer starts. Good evening at 6 p.m. and time for the news at your new news station, KLZ-WG Broadcasting from the center of Canada. And then you go ahead and scroll, read your cast, and do the same with the next piece of audio. Here it's a short piece, so it's not going to save us much time. But there's a 30-second clip.
The leader third party is quite correct. You'll see there was a $2 million for grants and subsidies to the Innu over a period of time.
$3 more million to Nalcor. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to make it.
And then you go on to keep reading. Mike Comrie has found a new NHL team. The veteran forward has signed a 1-year contract with the Pittsburgh Penguins. When your audio comes up, I press the insert key to stop scrolling, press the space bar to play your next piece of audio.
I want to make it very clear that Mr. Schaffer's comments in no way regrets that he made these remarks and he realizes that it was something he shouldn't have done.
And back to scrolling. And one more cut.
The RCMP received a call about the fire around 2 in the afternoon. This is Lynn Robinson in Coley's Point for VOCM Local News Now.
That's a 6 p.m. news. Stay tuned for Rockin' Ronnie's History of Jazz program. When you're finished your cast, press the stop button at the very bottom. Our timer has timed the total time of our read time and added on the full time of each actuality to give you the elapsed time of the cast. So our option here is to save it, and we can either press the button to save to the default list, or we can use the down arrow to redirect it to a network list, a local list, save to a file, or open it in an audio editor before you save it. So let's take a look at that before we save it. I'll just shrink it down a little bit. The crosshairs will show me my total cast, or my total picture of the wave plot file in one view. So you can see our inserted actualities. In between that would be our voice. There's some spots there where I wasn't talking. If you wish to edit or take a part out here, you do that now. Or you can just save it to the list. When I press the Save Default button, it brings me the Save Audio dialog. In NewsRoom 4.5, it defaults to the Save Network, any list that you'd like to save it to. I'm going to say no compression because I am saving it to an audio list. And I don't want this dialog to close after save. So I'm going to save it to my audio list. Now that I've got a copy. And of course you could have saved it straight to automation if you edited that piece of audio and it was good to go. Here it goes to automation. Give it a cart number, kill date, and now we're saving to automation for playback at a specified time by the automation system. That should get you going with the Fastcast module, and hopefully will save you some time when you're preparing your casts for later presentation or airing. Thank you for listening. For further information on KLZ products, go to www.klz.com or email sales@klz.com.